I figured I probably had to get around to saying something along these lines, even though it's a discussion that could go on forever because of how much 985 billion years is represented by, right? So I do try and keep it simple, but I've known this since I was a little child, okay? And I know that when you think of this in the context of the fall of Atlantis or the fall of Tara, and what I call what's known as the divide, okay? The divide that has always been, which is why we're here now after 985 billion years, is the split between the priestess class and the technology class. That's the truth of it, and we all know that. And I don't let anybody get away from that one. And that's because they don't listen to us. Because as technology is driven by the speed at which we're learning how to adopt or adapt, and thus we learn what we can do with the use of our consciousness-directed energy to develop technologies like gyro monopole technology, which is what I am. So you can obviously see why that technology got developed when you're ahead of the curve, because you're always going to be ahead of the curve when you're experiencing the first curve, which is the first spin, which is pure, eternal, absolute love, which is Christos Sophia. So Christos Sophia has to always be ahead of the curve, which is the first artist, which is the first musician, which is the first flame, which is eternal peace. Okay, so they don't listen to us. I am one of the ministers of Mu. Okay, keepers of the flame, otherwise known as the wisdom keepers. The wisdom is the wisdom of Sophia. She was my first teacher, but she's not a she. That's an eternal flame. That's why when you think about genders, magnets, the spin rate, which are ratios, which are mathematical ratios, so that we are experiencing perfect balance as atoms, molecules cycle energy between the input and the output, which is a waste product in the use of an electron. So when you're in a God world, you don't notice any difference. Which means when I was a child, I'm not supposed to experience anything less than what I am, which is what love is, wherever I go. And that's called being seamless, called a seamless transition, which means the world that we occupy in spirit is what love is. So wherever we go, we're not ever experiencing anything less than what we are, because all the spirits that are in that light, which is what love is, that goes on forever, is experiencing what we are, which is what love is. So love is the first communication, which is the first star. So they don't want to listen to the first star. Tone deaf. What happened to the signal? The line went dead. Oh, it went dead. They're not picking up that signal. That's what a dead phone line is, right? PH1, PH0. The first line of communication from the first star, the first field, the first morphogenetic field structure. The point of all union is experiencing peace, equal unto all the other spirits. That's the wisdom of Sophia. Have a beautiful day. We love you all. Be good to ourselves.